Well, for years, former footballer Ashley Cain has completed challenges in memory of his beautiful daughter, Azaylia, who tragically lost her life to a rare form of leukaemia. She was just 8 months old.
Ashley's just completed his riskiest adventure yet, the world's toughest survival race known as the Yukon 1000. We'll speak to Ashley in just a moment, and Ashley joins us now. Completely, such a momentous journey, dangerous and gruelling. Just tell us how it felt at the lowest moment and how you got through it.
There were so many low moments during that. I mean, it says that you kayak for 18 hours a day, but realistically, you're going for 24 hours a day. You get about 2 hours sleep a night. It's very dangerous, you know, it's very monotonous and relentless, but, you know...
What are the dangers?
Well, you have treacherous waters, you have rapids, you have bears, you have wolves. There's so many things out there that are prepared and willing to take you at any point. You have to be alert at all times, you know.
And you went wrong at one point.
Yeah, there was one point out there that we must have gone 30 miles out of our way. So we had to paddle an extra 6 hours that day, making no more advancements. And the only way that we could tell how to get back on track, that there was a bright light shining through the sky. And I said to Gaz, I said, we need to go there. I said, that's my daughter showing us where we need to be.
Aww.
And that happens so many times out there that every time I felt really low or it got tough, I just knew I had the strength to push through because I knew she was watching me.
Oh, Ashley, it's so moving whenever you talk about her. And, of course, that's the reason why you're doing all of this, that love and sustaining you. You sustained injuries yourself, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell us about those.
I mean, there was many injuries. You know, I've been paddling for 6 months. I think I'm the least experienced person to ever complete that race, you know, and as well as...
we're just looking at your feet. Hell, bells, what's that?
Beautiful. So it's trench foot.
Oh.
Then, obviously, I've got blisters here where the paddle goes across my hand, my lip, so my mouth, my nose, my ears were all infected. And then the last 20 miles, I tore my rotator cuff. And you know what?
Is that your shoulder?
Yeah. That was a serious moment for me. I had to pull over. And, you know, I thought it's impossible to let me see, you know, let my daughter see me paddling like this. So I said, pick your arms up, Ash, for her, and pick your arms up for all the people that can't. Because we're out there trying to raise money for childhood cancer.
Yeah.
And that's why I will go through this every single time because, you know, Azaylia gave me something that special that I just need to try and spread that gift onto the world. And if I can help, I'll do it over and over again.
And there was a special moment, wasn't there, through all of this bleakness and toughness where the skies sort of opened? Yeah.
On that specific picture that you've seen, me and my partner had a very difficult day. We both had a bit of heat stroke. We were both severely tired. And it was getting dangerous for us to paddle because we had no balance. So we were looking for a spot to pull in. Now, you want to pull in on an island rather than mainland because the bears. And that light there shone right in on the island where we slept that night. Everything was dark around us, and then there was a beautiful, warm and light island for us to sleep in when we needed it the most.
And was that one of the moments that you felt your daughter was speaking to you?
That was definitely one of the moments. I mean, it was two guys that took that picture. I didn't know it was being taken. Then when we crossed the finish line, they came up and showed me, and I had to have a tear with everybody because it just really solidified to me that she was with me the whole time and that, you know, I can feel her.
It's so hard to lose a tiny baby from something, a cancer. And these days, most children recover from leukaemia, but not all children. And Azaylia had a particularly kind of rare form. When you're speaking to parents who are in the lowest moment dealing with the trauma of discovery that your child has kind of illness, what do you draw upon from your experience? What do you tell them is the way to get through it?
The only thing that I could really say to them is those were the best times of my life and they always will be. You know, our children are the most important things to us, and even though they're going through such a tough time, they have the opportunity to spend every single second with the person that they care about and love the most. And in those opportunities, you never know how it can end up. So the best thing that you can do is give everything and all of you that you have at the time so you can give your baby the best and most loveliest experience they can have while they're fighting this monster that is cancer. And you will always appreciate it. You know, one thing with me is I can look back with no regrets in that time because I know that Azaylia had all of my heart, all of my time, all of my love. And And that's something that I can look back on and be proud of.
It must have been hard to stay strong in those times, though.
It's very difficult. I mean, it's difficult to stay strong in those times. It's difficult to stay strong now. But sometimes, you know, it's all we've got and it's all we can do. And sometimes with me, I don't wake up in the morning and think how I feel, and I didn't back then. I wake up in the morning and think, how good of a dad can I be for Azaylia? How good of a person can I be for these children? And that's what I choose to think about, and that's what gets me through every single time.
It's extraordinary, Ashley. You talk so moving, you're raising so much money and you're inspiring people by the way that you speak. Should we just confess to people watching at home that even though it was more than 1,000 miles this race, it was actually the last few hundred yards to the studio that you struggled with this morning because you overslept?
I'm going to be honest with you. Usually I look forward to interviews. I dreaded it because I still feel like I'm asleep. I woke up 5 minutes before I had to get on air. I put my clothes on. I was sweating. I was cold. I thought, I'm going to struggle through this interview. But I had good practice in the Yukon being tired and performing, so hopefully I've done all right today.
Yeah. You did. It's always wonderful to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Congratulations on achieving that journey. It's amazing.
Thank you very much.
It'll make a lot of difference to a lot of people.